You've felt it before. A question that sounds soft, almost caring, but it lands like a hairline fracture in your certainty. A smile, a tilt of the head, and suddenly you're apologizing for a feeling you never asked to feel. That's not accident, it's a design. Liars use questions like slow smoke, invisible, suffocating, and precise. Today, we'll name the 5 questions they ask to bend your judgment, and we'll answer them the Stoic way, calm, sharp, and unshakable. I'm Mr. Red Frost. Think of this video as training for the quiet war on your attention, where clarity is the weapon and composure is the shield. By the end, you won't just spot the traps, you'll walk through them untouched, ready to stop being played. If you want more sharp, steady thinking like this, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Not for me, but for the discipline you're building. Share this with one person who keeps apologizing for trusting their gut. Cool, let's go. Every manipulator knows questions disarm faster than commands. A question feels polite, non-threatening. It slides beneath your guard, wearing the mask of curiosity. But behind some questions lives a quiet power play. One designed to twist your sense of self until you start doubting what you know. Think about it when someone asks, "Why are you so defensive?" What's the hidden message? That defending yourself is wrong, that standing your ground is guilt. And just like that, the liar has shifted the focus from their behavior to your reaction. That's the brilliance of manipulation. It doesn't need proof. It just needs confusion. Stoic philosophers warned about this long before psychology had a name for it. Epictetus said, if someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit. He didn't mean it's your fault. He meant your awareness is the shield. The moment you see the move, it loses its force. Liars thrive on reaction. Stoics thrive on recognition. So before we name the 5 specific questions, remember this rule. A manipulative question isn't seeking truth. It's seeking control. It wants to drag you into an emotional fog where you forget to think clearly. The Stoic counter is simplicity. Ask yourself, what's the intention behind this question? If it's not clarity, it's likely control. Now, I'm not saying become paranoid. The goal isn't to mistrust everyone. It's to trust your perception, to pause, to slow the emotional rhythm until you see the pattern for what it is. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." When someone manipulates, they want you reactive, they want you emotional, they want you spinning in self-defense. But if you hold your posture, calm, measured, observing, you're untouchable. You become the mirror that reflects their own deceit back at them, and that's where our lesson begins. In the next chapters, we'll uncover the 5 exact questions liars use to manipulate you, and how to dismantle each one calmly with the precision of a Stoic. Because in a world of deception, clarity is rebellion. And the first step to clarity is seeing the question for what it really is. This question sounds harmless, almost caring, but it's not curiosity, it's containment. It's designed to shrink you, to make you doubt the validity of what you feel. The liar doesn't want to face accountability, so they reframe your awareness as oversensitivity. Let's break it down. When someone says, "Why are you being so sensitive?" what they're really saying is, "Your emotions are the problem, not my actions." It's emotional sleight of hand, shifting blame without ever denying guilt. And the moment you start defending your feelings, they've already won. You've been pulled into a trap of self-justification. You stop questioning them and start explaining yourself. The Stoics would see this instantly. Seneca once wrote, "The mind that is anxious about future events is miserable." But here's the deeper layer. A Stoic doesn't suppress emotion, they govern it. To govern means you observe it, understand its signal. but don't let it rule your response. So when someone uses your feelings against you, your response shouldn't be defensiveness. It should be clarity. Try this. Pause. Breathe. And calmly say, maybe I am being sensitive, but what made you think I shouldn't be? That one question flips the entire dynamic. It signals awareness without aggression. It puts the focus back where it belongs, on their behavior. And here is the beauty of it. Most manipulators don't know how to handle calm accountability. They expect emotion, not poise. So your composure becomes your weapon. Remember, sensitivity isn't weakness. It's perception turned inward, your ability to detect what's off before the mask slips. Stoicism isn't about being numb. It's about not letting emotion cloud truth. Marcus Aurelius called it tranquil strength, a strength so quiet it unsettles pretenders. So the next time someone tries to label your awareness as too sensitive, see it for what it is, a distraction from the truth you're getting close to. They want to make you feel guilty for noticing. You, however, have evolved beyond that game. Don't suppress the feeling. Observe it, name it, then move with the precision of someone who refuses to be gaslit. Sensitivity isn't your weakness, it's your early warning system. And the wise don't disable their alarms, they learn how to read them. This one comes wrapped in warmth, soft tone, steady eyes, maybe even a half smile. It sounds like a bridge of intimacy, but look closer. It's a trap disguised as affection. You trust me, don't you? It's not a question, it's a test of obedience. Liars know that trust is sacred, so instead of earning it, they demand it. They weaponize your loyalty, making doubt feel like betrayal. Suddenly you're not protecting your boundaries, you're protecting their comfort. And that's exactly where they want you. Here's the Stoic truth. Trust is not a gift, it's a consequence. It's not granted because someone asks for it. It's built through consistent alignment between word and action. Epictetus once said, "First tell yourself what kind of person you want to be, then do what you have to do." A liar does the opposite. They tell you who they are and expect you to believe it. But the Stoic learns to judge by behavior, not by declarations. So what do you do when someone presses, "You trust me, don't you?" You pause. And you flip the frame. Who can calmly reply, "I trust people based on what they do, not what they ask." Notice how that lands? It's neutral, not aggressive. It doesn't accuse. It simply defines your principle. Because trust isn't an emotion, it's data collected over time. Liars rely on urgency. They want immediate reassurance, not reflection. But a Stoic operates on evidence, not impulse. That's what separates emotional loyalty from wise loyalty. Here's a subtle truth. People who truly deserve your trust never demand it. They demonstrate it. And people who constantly ask for it usually fear they've already lost it. Think of trust like a fortress. You don't build it overnight. You reinforce it stone by stone. Honesty, consistency, empathy. If someone wants access, they must earn it through behavior, not words. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." That's the code of a trustworthy person, and the compass you use to navigate deceit. So when they ask, "You trust me, don't you?" Smile. Stay calm. And remember, trust isn't a question to answer. It's a mirror they either reflect truth in or they don't. Now this is where the liar starts to sweat. They've been cornered, and rather than confront your evidence, they flip the stage lights on you. "Are you accusing me?" The tone shifts. The guilt becomes outrage. Suddenly you're the aggressor, and they're the wounded one. Classic reversal. This tactic has one purpose: to make you retreat, to drown you in guilt for daring to notice the cracks. It's emotional theater, not truth-seeking, and if you don't recognize it fast, you'll end up apologizing for seeing clearly. But here's the Stoic way through. Never fight noise with noise. A manipulator's strength is in reaction. Yours lies in restraint. Marcus Aurelius taught you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. He wasn't being poetic. He was being tactical. When someone throws accusation shaming your way, your calm silence is more powerful than 100 defensive words. Imagine this. They lean in, eyes wide, voice heavy. Are you accusing me? You pause. You look directly at them and say, I'm not accusing, I'm observing. That single sentence destroys the drama. It's surgical. It shows composure, self-trust, and awareness. The three things liars fear most, because once you refuse to play the emotional ping-pong, they lose their leverage. Here's the deeper layer. Liars thrive in emotional chaos. They need you to over-explain, to fill the silence, to prove your good intentions. But the Stoic knows, the one who rushes to defend themselves often looks guilty even when they're not. So don't rush. Hold still. Let their discomfort reveal itself. Epictetus said, when someone is properly grounded in life, they don't need to look outside themselves for approval. That's the essence here. Your clarity doesn't need validation. When a manipulator says, are you accusing me? What they really fear is the answer, because deep down, they know you've seen through the performance. So breathe, stay steady. Don't match their tone, don't explain your perception, and don't step into the emotional quicksand they've laid out. Just return to the truth, calmly. A Stoic never argues with deceit. They observe it into discomfort. And remember, the louder the denial, the closer you are to the truth. Here it is, the showstopper question of every manipulator's playbook. Would I lie to you? It sounds innocent, even wounded. A performance so convincing it's almost cinematic. But make no mistake, this isn't a question. It's emotional bait. It works because it pulls at your empathy. It dares you to see them as a liar. And most people can't handle that kind of confrontation. So, instead of analyzing the facts, they rush to protect the relationship. They say, of course not. And in that moment, the liar wins. The Stoics, though, understood something crucial. Truth doesn't need defense. It stands on its own. Epictetus warned, it is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. And here's the thing. A liar doesn't just manipulate your emotions, they manipulate your reactions. They want you tangled in guilt and sympathy, too emotionally fogged to question their words. But a Stoic doesn't play that game. When someone says, would I lie to you? The calm response isn't reassurance. It's neutrality. You can simply say, that's not for me to answer. It's for your actions to prove. That answer lands like a quiet thunderclap. It's not aggressive, not dismissive. It's composed. It removes emotion and brings the focus back to where it belongs, evidence. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about the importance of clarity over comfort. He believed the truth isn't always soft. Sometimes it's stern, but it's liberating. And that's exactly what this moment is, liberation from emotional manipulation. Here's a small secret. Honest people don't need to ask, would I lie to you? Because honesty doesn't need reassurance. It shows up in consistency. Liars, however, fear exposure, so they dramatize innocence. They wrap deceit in sincerity because they know most people trust tone over logic. So train yourself to look beyond the tone. Watch patterns, not promises. Because Stoicism teaches that serenity isn't passive. It's powerful awareness without panic. Next time you hear that question, take a breath. Don't rush to fill the silence. Let the weight of it hang. The truth reveals itself in the space between words if you have the patience to wait. A liar needs belief. A Stoic only needs proof. The final play, the peace offering that isn't really peace. Can't we just move on? It sounds reasonable, even mature. Who doesn't want peace, right? But here's the twist. This isn't about healing. It's about escaping accountability. Liars know fatigue weakens clarity. After rounds of deflection, guilt, and gaslighting, they sense your exhaustion. So they offer a truce, one that silences truth under the disguise of closure. The Stoics would smile knowingly here. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If anyone can prove me wrong, I shall gladly change, for I seek truth which never harmed anyone." See that? A wise person welcomes truth because it purifies. A liar avoids it because it exposes. When someone says, "Can't we just move on?" what they often mean is, "Can you forget what I did so I don't have to face it?" But forgiveness isn't the same as amnesia. Moving on without resolution is not peace, it's postponement. The Stoic approach isn't vengeance, it's clarity with boundaries. You don't have to argue, lecture, or emotionally punish. You can calmly say, "I'm ready to move forward," when the truth is acknowledged. That single statement redefines the terms. It's not emotional, it's grounded. You're not seeking drama, you're protecting integrity, because progress without honesty is illusion. Here's what most people miss. Letting go isn't about forgetting. It's about remembering correctly. You remember the lesson without carrying the bitterness. You remember what they showed you, not what they said. Epictetus taught, "No man is free who is not master of himself." And that's what boundaries really are. Self-mastery disguised as calm detachment. So when they sigh and say, "Can't we just move on?" you can smile softly and think, "Yes, I can. But maybe not with you." That's not cruelty, and that's clarity. That's the Stoic way of walking away. No hatred, no drama, no revenge. Just silence that speaks louder than confrontation. You've just seen the anatomy of deception, 5 questions that liars use to twist truth into confusion. But you've also learned the Stoic counter: calm, clarity, and composure. So before you go, let's anchor it with 3 tools. Your personal Stoic shield. When manipulation hits, the first strike is emotional. So breathe, slow, steady, deliberate. A composed breath tells your nervous system, "I'm still in control." When someone asks you something suspicious, pause and ask yourself, is this question seeking truth or is it seeking control? If it's the latter, stay silent or answer with logic, not emotion. 3. The 3 affirmation anchor. Repeat silently, "I see clearly. I stay calm. I decide my response." This rewires your instinct to react. You become unshakable. And that's the real Stoic victory. Remember, Stoicism isn't about becoming emotionless. It's about mastering emotion so it serves you, not your manipulator. It's about moving through deceit like a mountain through mist, unaffected, unmoved, unbroken. And as you leave this video, ask yourself, are you still defending your peace, or are you ready to embody it? I'm Mr. Red Frost. And if this resonated with you, if it sparked even one moment of clarity, then hit like, subscribe, and share this with someone who deserves to see through the fog. Because wisdom isn't loud, it doesn't shout, it whispers calmly through those who have finally learned to stop being played. Stay sharp, stay still, and as the Stoics would say, hold your mind like a fortress no lie can enter.